Good morning, everyone. Buenos días. Yeah, I think it's really for me great surprise to be with you guys, and thank you for this invitation. And I don't have a word to say this. All the fans, all the people, all the councilmen, thank you for inviting me this day. You know, I've been in Los Angeles for a few years. I played 11 years here, and then after that, I'm still working, but another department. And really, I think I'm feel like I'm home here in Los Angeles. So thanks, everyone. Thanks all the Dyers. Thanks the team, giving me the opportunity to be in this beautiful city. So just thanks everyone again, and what I want to thank you, everyone.
This time, we're taking a look at the life and legacy of Fernando Valenzuela.
Fernando Valenzuela.
Yeah.
A name that, still echoes through baseball history.
It really does, even though he just
Recently passed away, October 30th, 2024.
Mm-hmm.
But the story that we're going to be unpacking from this tribute is one that continues to inspire, and, I think that that's a great word for it, inspiring.
It is, yeah.
So today we're going to unpack this tribute filled with anecdotes and personal stories to try to understand not just the legend of El Toro, but the man behind this phenomenon.
And what a phenomenon it was. I mean, we're not just talking about a talented pitcher here.
Right.
Valenzuela's impact. It went way beyond the sport, creating like this whole cultural moment that people still feel today.
And it's funny, even for, someone like me who's followed baseball for years, it's still kind of mind-boggling to think that he won both the Cy Young Award and Rookie of the Year in the same season in 1981.
That's unheard of. Add a World Series victory to that? I mean, you've got something really special.
You really do, yeah.
But where did it all begin? Like, how did Fernando Valenzuela become Fernando Valenzuela?
Well, okay, so picture this. A small town in Mexico called Echuquila.
Okay.
And Fernando, the youngest of 12 children,
Wow.
is helping his dad on the farm. But in his free time, he's out in the fields
Of course.
playing baseball with his friends,
Yeah.
It's a classic,
Yeah, sure.
rags to riches kind of story. And I think
Yeah.
that's one of the things that really resonated with people.
Absolutely. It's that against all odds, kind of narrative that,
Yeah, you could
kind of
say.
pulls you in.
Totally.
But it wasn't just luck or talent that got him to the major leagues.
No.
He signed with the Dodgers at 19. Can you imagine moving to a whole new country at that age?
Yeah, no.
I mean, learning a new language, new culture.
Right.
And yet he just kept his focus on the game.
Yeah, and that focus combined with like his unique pitching style, that's
Yeah.
what ignited what they call Fernando mania in LA.
Right.
And we're talking about the early 80s, a time when baseball was looking for like a spark,
Sure.
and then comes this young Mexican pitcher
Yeah.
with a devastating screwball and
Okay, hold on. We have to talk about the screwball.
Oh yeah.
For those who might not be familiar, it's this pitch that breaks in towards a right-handed hitter instead of away like a curveball.
Yeah, exactly.
It was like Valenzuela's signature move.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just a gimmick. Like this pitch,
Right.
it baffled hitters.
Yeah.
It was like watching physics
Yeah.
get defied on the mound. You know what I mean?
Totally.
But what's really interesting is that the screwball was considered risky, like really risky,
Oh, yeah.
potentially harmful to a pitcher's arm.
Wow.
But Fernando, he not only mastered it,
Right.
he turned it into like a weapon.
It makes that 81 season even more remarkable, doesn't it?
Oh yeah,
To dominate like he did with such an unconventional pitch.
it's crazy.
It's almost unheard of.
And you have to remember like the context too.
Right.
The Dodgers hadn't won a World Series since 1965.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. The country was, think about it, the country was still navigating
Yeah.
like the aftermath of the Vietnam War and a period of like crazy social change.
Sure.
And then along comes Valenzuela, like this symbol of hope and excitement,
Yeah.
leading the Dodgers to victory.
Yeah, and it wasn't just a win for the team either.
Right.
It felt like a win for like the entire Latino community.
Oh, that's
Suddenly they had this hero, this icon
Mhm.
who looked like them, who spoke their language, achieving what seemed impossible.
Yeah, it was like, I mean, it was a powerful moment.
Totally.
We talk about the impact of sports on society, but this was a case where it just felt so real, so tangible.
Absolutely.
Valenzuela's victory wasn't just about baseball. It was like a cultural touchstone.
Yeah.
A symbol of possibility at a time when I think a lot of people were looking for that.
Absolutely. And Game 3 of that World Series.
Oh, man.
Pitching a complete game on the biggest stage. That's...
Talk about pressure.
I know. That's the stuff legends are made of.
It is. It solidified his place in baseball history, no doubt.
For sure.
But the legacy of Fernando Valenzuela, it goes way beyond, just the stats and the wins.
You're right, and the source material really highlights this, his work in the community.
Yes.
How he used his platform to give back.
Yeah.
The Fernando Valenzuela Foundation, for example, supporting youth sports, providing educational resources. It shows like a really deep understanding of the challenges that, these communities are facing.
Absolutely. It's not just throwing money at a problem.
Right.
It's about like really investing in the future.
Yeah.
And that's, I think, where his quote really hits home. He said, "Baseball gave me everything. I want to give back to those who dream like I did."
Yeah. Powerful stuff.
There's just this like deep sense of responsibility in those words. A recognition that his success was like about something bigger than just himself.
It almost feels like that's when his story shifted,
Yeah.
From achieving personal success to using his platform for something bigger.
Yeah, that's a great observation.
Yeah.
And that's where, that's where things get even more fascinating, because his journey, it wasn't over when he left the pitcher's mound.
Right.
Not even close.
Yeah. It's amazing how many athletes, they achieve this incredible success.
Yeah.
And then they just they fade away.
Right.
Once their playing days are over.
Yeah, they're just done.
But not Fernando.
Not Fernando, no.
It feels like he just kept evolving.
Yeah.
Exactly. And finding new ways to contribute to the game and to the community that he loved.
Totally. He wasn't content to just like be a retired legend.
Right.
Yeah. He wanted to stay involved, make a difference. And he did that in some pretty remarkable ways.
The source material really dives into his work with the Fernando Valenzuela Foundation.
Yes.
And it's more than just supporting youth sports.
Yeah.
They're providing educational resources, scholarships. It's like a holistic approach to empowering these kids.
Like understanding that for these young people, especially in underserved communities.
Yeah.
Success isn't just about, athletic talent.
Right.
It's about opportunity.
Yeah.
Having the resources to
Absolutely.
develop their full potential.
And it wasn't just about writing a check and putting his name on it either. He was actively involved with the foundation.
Yeah.
Attending events, meeting with the kids. Can you imagine the impact that had?
Oh my gosh.
Having like a legend, like Fernando Valenzuela taking a personal interest in your life.
It's the kind of thing that can like totally change the trajectory of a young person's life,
Yeah.
Knowing that somebody
Love it.
believes in you. Someone who's achieved so much, it's so powerful.
Totally.
And his commitment to supporting the Latino community, I mean, it went way beyond the foundation.
Yeah, he was a very vocal advocate for greater representation in baseball.
Yes.
Both on the field and in leadership roles.
Absolutely, yeah.
And this wasn't just talk. He was actively working to create pathways for others to follow in his footsteps.
It's recognizing that talent exists everywhere.
Yeah.
But opportunity doesn't.
Right.
So he was using his platform to level the playing field.
Yeah.
To make sure that the next generation of Latino players and leaders had a chance to really thrive,
And let's talk about the cultural impact.
Oh yeah.
I mean, the guy was on postage stamps.
I know.
He transcended baseball, becoming this symbol of hope and pride for an entire community.
Yeah, think about it. In the 1980s.
Yeah.
The image of the successful Latino figure in mainstream America, it wasn't exactly common.
Not at all.
So he challenged stereotypes, and he redefined what it meant to be Latino in this country.
He showed that success wasn't limited by background or language.
Exactly.
It was about hard work and dedication and believing in yourself.
It really is.
And he did it all with this kind of quiet dignity.
He did.
Yeah.
Like
never letting the fame go to his head.
His authenticity, I think, was a huge part of his appeal.
Absolutely.
He was relatable, approachable, like someone
Totally.
you felt like you could just, have a conversation with.
Right.
It's no wonder that people
Yeah.
felt such a deep connection with him.
Yeah, but for all of his accomplishments, all the accolades, all the adulation, there's, a bittersweet element to his story.
Yeah.
His passing, of course, was a tremendous loss.
And was.
But even in that sadness, there was this incredible outpouring
There was.
of love and support from the community.
Oh, yeah.
A testament to the profound impact he had on so many lives.
And the source material really captures, I think, the emotion of that time.
Yeah.
The charity game that they held in his honor.
Yeah.
It was just beautiful. It was a great, beautiful tribute, bringing together players
Yeah.
from all walks of life to celebrate his life and
Yeah.
his contributions.
And those stories shared by his former teammates, the fans, even that young pitcher
Oh, yeah.
who was so inspired by Fernando, it really highlights how deeply he touched people.
It was a powerful reminder that his legacy extended, far beyond the baseball diamond.
Right.
He wasn't just a great athlete, he was a role model,
Yeah.
a mentor, a symbol of what's possible when you combine,
Yeah.
talent with heart.
And the statue unveiled at Dodger Stadium.
Oh, yeah.
It's more than just a monument to a baseball player.
It is.
It's a symbol of hope,
It is.
a reminder that even in the face of adversity, we can achieve incredible things.
That statue standing tall outside the stadium, it's like a beacon.
It is.
A testament to his enduring impact on the city of Los Angeles.
Yeah.
On the sport of baseball, on a generation.
Absolutely.
But his legacy, it goes even deeper than that.
I think so too.
It's about the values he embodied. Perseverance, humility, dedication.
Yeah.
A commitment to giving back.
Those are qualities that resonate far beyond the world of sports.
Absolutely.
They're lessons we can all learn from,
We are.
regardless of our background, our aspirations.
She showed us that true success
Yeah.
isn't just about personal achievement.
Right.
It's about using your platform
Yeah.
to make a positive impact
Absolutely.
on the world around you.
So we've spent this deep dive exploring the incredible life and legacy of Fernando Valenzuela, from his electrifying rookie season to his unwavering commitment to community.
Yeah.
But as we wrap things up, I keep coming back to this question. What will be his lasting impact?
Yeah.
How will he be remembered, beyond the stats and the highlights?
That's a good question, and I think it's a question worth pondering,
Yeah.
because his influence extends so far beyond the wins and the losses.
Right.
I mean, Fernando's story is woven into the fabric of baseball itself,
I agree.
especially I think when it comes to the changing landscape of the sport.
Yeah, and when you look at Major League Baseball today, it's so much more diverse if it was back in the 80s. And you can't help but think that Fernando played a huge role in that.
Absolutely.
He wasn't just a talented player, he was a pioneer,
He was.
a symbol of possibility for an entire generation of Latino athletes.
He absolutely shattered barriers,
Yeah.
demonstrating that talent and dedication could overcome prejudice and limited opportunities.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just about inspiring players either.
Right.
I mean, think about the countless young fans
Sure.
who saw themselves reflected in his success,
Right.
who suddenly believed that they too could achieve their dreams,
Yeah.
regardless of their background.
He gave them a hero.
He did.
Someone to look up to who shared their heritage,
Yeah.
who understood their struggle.
And that feeling of representation,
Right.
that sense of belonging, I mean,
Yeah.
it's incredibly powerful.
Cool.
It can shape a person's worldview, their aspirations, their belief in what's possible.
It really can.
It's about changing the narrative, challenging the status quo.
Absolutely.
Fernando's story wasn't just about individual achievement.
Right.
It was about expanding the definition of what it meant
Yeah.
to be an American baseball player.
Total.
And that impact, it ripples outwards, influencing not just the sport itself,
Right.
but society as a whole.
His legacy is also about redefining what it means to be a successful athlete.
It really is, yeah.
He didn't just rest on his laurels after his playing days were over.
He didn't, no.
He embraced new roles, using his platform to give back, to advocate for those who needed a voice, to inspire the next generation.
His commitment to community wasn't just an act of charity. It was a way of life.
Totally.
The Fernando Valenzuela Foundation,
Yeah.
his advocacy for greater representation in baseball,
Yeah.
these were extensions
Right.
of who he was as a person.
Absolutely.
It wasn't about, seeking recognition or anything. It was about making like a real tangible difference
Yeah.
in the lives of others.
And that's a lesson that transcends sports.
Absolutely.
It's a reminder that true success isn't measured solely by individual accomplishments, but by the positive impact that we have on the world around us.
Exactly.
Fernando's story is a testament to the power of humility,
It is.
perseverance, and unwavering dedication to a purpose greater than oneself.
Absolutely.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, I think the most important takeaway is this. Fernando Valenzuela's legacy.
Yeah.
It isn't just about what he accomplished on the baseball field. It's about the values that he embodied, the lives he touched, and the enduring impact he had on the sport and the world around him.
He was a true icon,
Yeah.
A symbol of hope, a reminder that even amidst the triumphs and the heartbreaks of life, like the human spirit,
Yeah,
it can really shine through
it can.
and leave just this indelible mark on the world.
Absolutely. Well, thank you all so much for joining us on this journey of exploration.
Yeah, thanks everybody.
Until next time, keep diving deep.